What is up, everybody? This is Atticus, the Death Metaler, and it turns out that Antifa's not going to go anytime, anywhere soon with these 4 upcoming years of Donald Trump. As of right now, we have seen a lot of crazy shit that Antifa has done as of the past month. We have seen them do a lot of crazy shit at Trump's inauguration where they attempted to pour a lot of acid at a building where there was a Trump event.
The plan set off butyric acid stink bombs, forcing everyone to evacuate the premises.
Yeah, if you had a freaking pint of butyric acid, I don't care how big the building is, it's closing it.
I know, I'm trying to think through how to get all the sprinklers throughout at once. There's usually a piece of like fusible metal or a piece of glass and the liquid in it that'll blow.
Blocking Trump supporters at his inaugurational ceremony, as well as causing riots. Then, of course, we had Antifa twat-stained thug groups attempt to shut down Milo rallies at Washington, Colorado, and most notoriously, what happened in California at UC Berkeley. And now, these Antifa squads are dictating you on which metal bands you should listen to and what you should not listen to, because of fascism. Now, I have to thank Infidelamsterdam for sharing me this article on what I'm about to talk about, and it turns out that Antifa attempted to shut down a venue, or shut down the entire tour of the Swedish black metal band Marduk. Now, it is no stranger that a lot of black metal musicians are pretty far right-leaning and are National Socialists, white nationalists. It's no stranger. Most notably, Varg Vikernes of Burzum. Not only did he do all these arsons as well as killing his former bandmate Euronymous, he is well known to have a YouTube channel where he preaches about a lot about his fascism, white supremacy, all this other stuff, yada yada yada. But most people say, oh, he's not a racist and stuff, but I highly fucking doubt that. And he has those political views, which, I mean, it's no certain and all that stuff. But yeah, Marduk on that case is one of those bands that holds a lot of right-leaning views. They express that a lot in their music, their album art, and, you know, the lyrical influences to their songs. Like, they have a lot of songs about Nazism, you know, all this other stuff, which, I mean, it's out there, but I really don't give a fuck about that. And it turns out that a lot of these Antifa squads are like, nope, we don't want this to be coming here in America. First Trump is president, and now we can't allow this shit happening. So I'm going to be reading this article to you right now. Anti-fascists and communists have vowed to commit terrorist acts in protest of Swedish war metal, formerly black metal band Marduk, touring the US for the first time in years. The idiotic communist manlets are accusing Marduk of being a crypto-fascist band. They will not stop harassing the band, their fans, and concert goers until all of them are sent to the gulags, where work will set them free, or have hollow point bullets shot into the back of their skulls in the bowels of police stations. Oakland communist thugs, anti-fascist Action Bay area threatened the Marduk tour stop in Oakland in revenge for right-wing commentators making fun of the recent gay underground techno warehouse party fire. Another motive was Milo Yiannopoulos' failed attempt to speak at leftist bastion UC Berkeley that was attacked by Antifa terrorists. So I'm going to show off the screenshots. I was going to actually read the entire post that these Antifa groups made, but it was so fucking long. So I'm going to shut up now and show you this, these screenshots right now. My good God, Good fucking God. I absolutely despise everything that's going on as of right now. Like, what's fucking next? Are these thugs going to ban, like, are they going to shut down Slayer events, Slayer venues? Because apparently a good chunk of Slayer songs are about Nazism. Most notably, one of their most famous songs, Angel of Death, which is about the mad doctor of Auschwitz-Birkenau, Josef Mengele, who was known to be called the Angel of Death. Like, are they going to go after Marilyn Manson because back in the day he dressed up as a Nazi for fucking shock value? Because Marilyn Manson was a guy of shock value and stuff, which he took a lot from Alice Cooper and Kiss and Wasp. And what's next? Are you gonna do more to stop the band Disma for playing shows? Like, I remember that Disma was banned from playing a metal fest in the Netherlands because one of their members happened to have far-right leaning views. And let's not forget about fucking Phil Anselmo. Are you gonna go after his drunken ass? I mean, I remember making a video with my friend Big Nick last year over his antics at the Dime Bash. He's not hurting anybody, but apparently shouting white power is enough to piss a lot of people. Yeah, I get it that a lot of people were pissed off over what Phil Anselmo did, but in truth, he's harmless. He's fucking harmless. Unlike Otep Shamea, who has far left-leaning views, and she has used her platform to actually make people do a lot of stuff to Trump supporters and stuff. Whether I agree or disagree with Otep Shamea, she has those views, but she's become very far left-leaning to the point where she's actually saying, yeah, beat these motherfuckers up because my fascism. I mean, good God. Good fucking God. I fucking hate this. I absolutely fucking despise this. Now, don't get me wrong, like, a lot of these people, including Marduk, have these views. But they're not hurting anybody in the fucking process. They're here to do shows. They're here for their fans. That's all there ever are. Also, not to mention, I know metalheads that are pretty left-leaning and metalheads that are pretty right-leaning. And they both fucking like Marduk. They could give a fuck less about their political views. All they care about is that they fucking love the music and it interests them. Same with me. Like, I listen to Marduk time and time, but I really don't give a fuck about them. I mean, this reminds me of a list of music that the former Soviet Union made to ban a lot of bands from being listened to in the Soviet Union, being sold into record stores, as well as, like, you know, people listening to these bands. Like, in the Soviet Union, you could not listen to music from Black Sabbath, Alice Cooper, Deep Purple, and AC/DC because it promoted violence and a lot of, like, rebellion. And most importantly, they were promoting capitalism and American values. Cuba, on the other hand, Fidel Castro bans rock and roll musicians and metal musicians from entering Cuba because he saw rock and roll and metal music as the evils of capitalism. I'm looking at you, Tom Morello, especially you. You are on meth! Oh my God. Like, at this point, like, these people are going as far as to go to the routes that communist Russia did. A good chunk of Eastern European countries are knowing of the dangers of communism, which is why a lot of them turn to, like, nationalism and, you know, traditionalism and all this other shit. I mean, I remember when a lot of deathcore junkies were going after Alex Terrible of Slaughter to Prevail because he had a Culverat spinning sun tattoo, from what I believed, and they said, oh, he's a fucking Nazi. Like, apparently anybody that has a moderate right-leaning or just a far right-leaning view are considered Nazis. Yeah, a good chunk of them are fucking Nazis, but at this point, all they ever do is just preach about it. The real thugs, the real radical thugs, are coming from the fucking left. Not only are they threatening, shutting down, doxing people, they're also dictating what you need to listen, what not to listen to. That's kind of the fucking Nazis did, where they basically banned literature and they did iconoclasm, breaking down these statues and erecting their own. That's kind of what the fucking Nazis did, and you're stooping to their fucking level. I mean, good fucking God. I fucking hate this. I really, really fucking hate this. To the point, people are now going to the far left and the far right nowadays, and this time as of right now. And I remember watching Kraut and Tea's video on Years of Lead, which detailed upon these really fucked up years of political instability in Italy, where you had far left and far right wing terrorist groups in Italy just doing all this shit. And I am seeing this not only in America, but from the good chunk of the Western world. And not to mention you have Islamism coming over into Europe, and it's not fucking helping out in the first place. I am seeing an unholy alliance as of right now, and it's basically the far left cucking the Western world, while they open the welcome mat to the far right-leaning fascist clergy of the Islamic right. And we are seeing this to our very fucking eyes, and I frankly fucking despise it. If you don't like Marduk, don't go around doxing, threatening, and using terroristic threats to shut down Marduk. Like, good fucking God. I'm done with this video, and just, oh my God. Without further ado, ladies and gents, I am Atticus, the Death Metaler. Hope you liked this video. Subscribe to my channel. Links are in the description below. Keep it metal. Have a wonderful day.